of the fresh faces on the coaching staff as we preview the defensive back room with Coach Eric Moore. Came in late in spring ball. He's got all of fall camp to get to know Saluki Nation. Coach Moore, welcome. It's so great to have you.
Thank you.
What's it been like to get to know Coach Hill, the staff, the program, and now you're right in the thick of it here in fall camp?
Oh, it's been great. I mean, everyone has really welcomed me and my family with open arms. You know, I've got a beautiful wife, Unique, and two boys, EJ and Elijah. Everyone's just been very welcome. We actually was able to get the staff out to watch those guys. My son and another coach's son play some little league there, get the little jamboree going. So it worked out. We had an off day. So just things like that. You know, you're surrounded by good men. So that's been really a key part of it. Just everyone's been welcoming. Just anything I need, being able to be a big help to me. Chris G, especially Chris Gillespie's been able to help. But everyone and all have been a big help and been welcome to my family. So it's been great, and we've enjoyed it.
Being around your group, there's been one common word that all of you guys have used, what you have brought to the room, and it's been technique. It's process over being result driven.
Yes.
Why are those huge things for you and a big part of just your culture within your room?
Well, I think it's important that, like, you just work. You just keep your head down and just work. You don't look at the scoreboard. You don't look at anything. You just make tomorrow better than you were today, and you just put your head down and work. And then at the end, you know, at the end of the game, at the end of the season, you just look and you see what happened. But I think if you just focus on the process and what it takes to be great rather than being great, I think that you'll reach the destination you want to get to. And that's just been a big message, just trying to, again, when you're talking to 18 to 22-year-olds, sometimes, you know, some guys are a little bit more mature so they can see that, but some, you know, you just got to kind of refocus them a little bit and just show them how important it is to focus on that process. And I think after focusing on a process and after putting together some consistent days, when you watch film, you start to see how it's working a little bit. So, yeah, that's big for us. We're going to focus on the process. We're not going to stare at the scoreboard. Just keep our head down and work and try to make tomorrow better than today.
All right, Jay Black, what's been kind of just the mindset for you guys defensively as a group and where you feel you're at right now in camp?
Our mindset been Sharks. We call ourselves the Sharks this year. That's our defensive name. But our mindset is to be dogs. I mean, be consistent and keep climbing to the top every day.
How about you? I know you caught up with Mike Trude, and one of the things you told him was no doubt towards the end of last year you started to play much better just because there was a lot of things you were starting to figure out. Now as you headed into the offseason, what's the biggest thing you've improved on, you feel like, since the end of last year?
The end of last year, my technique and my like mobility and stuff like that, and then it's just focusing in on the defense and understanding football more as a player.
How much more of a leadership piece do you feel you have now, especially compared to last year when you first came in?
I feel like my leadership piece is like to the top. I mean, everybody on the team look at me as a leader and want me to be that voice. I feel like I'm like one of the top players, you know, one of the older guys to had a big leadership role.
You may not be the loudest guy. You let kind of your play, I think, do more of the talking than necessarily your own voice. But how would you describe your leadership style?
I mean, I'm more of a, like, I can talk, I just don't do it as much. I do it sometimes here and there, like a little here and there, but I'm talking, I like to show it as also.
When you think of you guys as a defensive back room, what are your guys' strengths as a unit?
I feel like our strengths as a unit is just we all can go. I mean, there's no like, no one that's not ready. I feel like all of us is ready and we all prepare as a defensive unit, and I feel like that's our strength. Like, no matter what, if one go down, the next person is ready to pick us up and ready to go.
All right, Bash, what's the excitement level like for you as you continue to be out here in the sun? And weather's been gorgeous here over the last couple of days. Just really seems like you guys have been able to get more in a practice routine.
No, for sure. Super excited to get out here with the guys. You know, it's a new system, new DC. You know, we're a lot more closer together, you know, like towards the back end, to the linebackers, to the D-line, you know, we're all like a whole machine, like rolling, we're rolling. So I'm excited, super excited.
Why do you feel closer?
You know, just through like the things we've been through last year, you know, we got a lot of guys back and a lot of new guys that just bought into the process of Coach Prawn, you know, in their position, you know, just buying in and listening, you know what I mean?
What do you like most about overall defensively that Coach Prawn has brought as the DC?
Just overall, like the scheme of things, like knowing in what situations to put us, when to get out of situations, the checks, and like everybody knowing what they're doing, and like the emphasis of being detailed.
Look, to play your position, not only do you have to have a short-term memory, but you got to have some swagger about you, Bash. What do you like about the swagger you bring to the field?
Just confidence, going out there. In my head, I'm thinking it's me over anybody. I'm betting on myself every time, so that's just the swagger I bring.
Gav, how would you describe the camp and how it's been for you so far, especially coming off a year where you got a lot of experience, especially on scout team, going through camp and just being underneath Coach Hill in the program for you?
It's been great, man. Starting off, the team, this is a whole new team, we only got 4 returners in the cornerback room, but, the chemistry's there. We built chemistry, fast. The team's there. It's just great to come back together as a team. Like me, I was injured last year, came off an injury. So coming back this fall camp, I kept my head down, kept grinding, and the team was ready to work.
Last year, I think it was like an ankle injury is what you had, and it really took a lot out of you. To now, to be back, to be healthy, what did you focus most on in the offseason that you can already tell is making an impact and it's helping you right now?
Really trusting in me, man. We trusting him. He got me stronger, got my weight up, so I wasn't scared. I wasn't scared to work, so I kept my head down, got in with me, and me just really helped everybody get better, stronger, faster, and yeah.
We get to see you, fortunately, every day out here at practice. For fans that don't get a chance to see you and ultimately will see you play, what do you bring? How would you describe yourself as a player and what you try to bring each and every day here to Saluki Stadium?
I'm a team player, man. I'll do whatever I'm told to do. If that's starting and helping the defense, I'm be a starter. If that's being a role player, if that's being a player on the sideline, that's helping with giving a boost with the juice. Now I'll do that. I'm just that type of player.
We got some younger guys in the room, newer guys to our program with the freshman Denham Mitchell, freshman Gavin Shepard, then you got Cam Casey and Arshawn Powell. You get a guy like Sebastian and Jeremiah. Those guys have played some football. Nas is another one that's new to the program and hasn't played as much football. So those experienced guys like Jay Black, Sebastian, which we call Bash, those guys are going to be able to express some of their knowledge, along with myself, but to some of those guys that maybe hasn't had to do it as much, right? Just explain that, hey, you may play this rep like this versus that team, but versus this team, well, you probably should play it like this because of the tendencies or because of whatever they learned last year or within the game of football. So sometimes that experience is going to be huge and what those older guys can share.